We just got our first look at Farah in Mortal Kombat 1. That's right, the creator of Mortal Kombat himself, Ed Boon, is going crazy on Twitter right now. He just revealed Scorpion's classic costume from the 1995 movie. Are you kidding me? Somebody stop this man. Movado is not even playable yet, and we have Ferra gameplay. If all that wasn't crazy enough for you already, we also have the new Twitch skins for Sub-Zero and more. That's right, so of course we're gonna talk about it in today's video, because another day means more Mortal Kombat 1 news. I'm covering it all the time on this channel, so if you want to stay up to date, then make sure to subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss any future videos. And then after watching, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like down below. It really does help the channel out a ton, and without any further ado, let's begin after a quick word from today's sponsor. Did you know I'm partnered with GamerSupps? That's right, and guess what? They're giving away this waifu cup for free with the purchase of any GamerSupps tub. That's right, you heard me correctly. You get this cup for free with any purchase of a tub. That's a fantastic deal. But to make things even better, if you use code UNDERDOG or simply click my link down below in the pinned comment or video description, you also get an amazing discount on every purchase. GamerSupps taste amazing, it has zero sugar, and they have fantastic merch and cups as well. In fact, if enough people watching use code UNDERDOG, then I'm gonna get my own creator cup with GamerSupps. So yeah, there's never been a better time to buy GamerSupps. You get a free cup with the purchase of any tub, and you get an amazing discount too. Try GamerSupps today. Alright, and back to the video. As mentioned earlier, Ed Boon is going crazy on social media. He is leaking everything. This man will not allow the Mortal Kombat 1 hype to die. Much like Atlas himself bears the weight of Earth on his shoulders, Ed Boon bears the weight of Mortal Kombat 1 upon his back. So of course we're gonna talk about it, starting off with the 90s Scorpion costume. That's right. How many of you watching are big fans of the 1995 Mortal Kombat movie? I know I am, okay? This movie, to most people, is hands down the best Mortal Kombat film, which is kinda crazy when you think about it, because aside from the sequel, most Mortal Kombat movies are pretty decent, except for this one. We don't talk about this one. But yeah, the 1995 movie just can't be topped. It's cheesy, but in the perfect way. The fight scenes are surprisingly good. The choreography is not half bad. In fact, I think it holds up pretty well to this day. And perhaps best of all, there's barely any CGI. Instead, almost everything is done with practical effects and real martial artists doing incredible stunts on screen. It's really cool. And when I saw Ed Boon first post this image, I thought it was photoshopped. I thought it was a mod, because sometimes it's kind of hard to tell, I'm not gonna lie. And on top of that, everybody is posting Mortal Kombat mods every day, and also photoshopped images of costumes they want to see, but it's not actually in the game yet. And as a result, that's what I thought this was, but no, it turns out this is legit. It's an actual costume coming to the game, because there's another screenshot. Look at this. In the character customization menu, we see the classic 90s Scorpion in all of its glory. And the more I stare at this costume, it just looks so clean. It keeps things simple and does not overcomplicate the design. One thing I hate the most about modern DC and Marvel movies is the costumes are overcomplicated for no reason. Just copy what's from the comic. Don't add all these random lines and details and decals everywhere. You don't need it. This costume right here on screen is proof that you only need a little bit of detail. There's the yellow for Scorpion, there's the black for the ninja, and his iconic mask. And you know what I just realized? This mask from the 1995 movie is definitely what inspired Scorpion's mask in Mortal Kombat 9 and also Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe. This mask in this movie absolutely inspired that same mask. And for me personally, I just find that really cool, because I never noticed that until today. So thank you, Ed Boon, for adding this costume to Mortal Kombat 1. I can't wait to use it. I'm not even a Scorpion main, but of course I can play every character in the game because I've made a guide for every single character. In fact, I've made multiple. So of course I can play Scorpion, but now because this costume is in the game, I'm absolutely gonna become a Scorpion main, and I know Diff right now is popping off and losing his mind. You know what, real quick, just let me refresh the page to make sure I didn't miss anything, because Ed Boon keeps posting new stuff. Nope, sadly that's all we have for now, because get this, Ed Boon gave us a challenge. The Mortal Kombat community, the Twitter fandom, he told us, just don't leave any likes or retweets, and he will give us a new picture in the the next few minutes, and guess what? We failed. We failed immediately, and as a result, we don't get a new screenshot. Come on, Ed Boon, you can't expect that of people on Twitter. They are crazy. They live online. Of course, they're going to like and retweet everything they enjoy. But you know what? Since we already failed this challenge, I'm gonna go ahead and retweet and like this image myself, because now there's no harm. We already lost. However, real quick before we move on, I think we all know what I'm gonna say. Reptile needs his classic costume too, because that mask is iconic. This 1995 Reptile mask will never be topped. It's always going to be the classic, the best there's ever been. And as a result, it absolutely has to be added into the game along with Sub-Zero 2. You can't let Scorpion have all the fun. I don't care that he's Ed Boon's favorite character. The reality is, all three of the ninjas from that movie need to have this costume added to Mortal Kombat 1. It's only fair. As you all know, I love making these videos interactive, so let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Which classic movie costume do you want to see the most added to Mortal Kombat 1? For me personally, I have an idea that was inspired by Babe Ruthless herself, because in the Combat Kings Discord server, she said this: they should do the Annihilation costumes and make them look just as cheap. And you know what? I agree, because you know what two costumes I want to see from that movie? Annihilation Mileena and Jade. That's right, and have them wrestle on the Mud Pit stage, because that's also from the Annihilation movie. Because like any man of culture, I know what I want to buy, okay? And I want to spend money on the Mileena Annihilation costume and also the Jade Annihilation costume, and as for the new stage, make it free. We deserve a Mud Pit stage. We know the technology is already there for the mud physics. It's the same thing as the blood physics, right? You hit the opponent, blood spatters, it gets on your character's skin and clothes. Do that, but with the ground and the mud physics. I want to see it happen. But real quick, all jokes aside, one of my favorite things about Mortal Kombat having hyper-realistic graphics is how awesome these old school costumes look, because if Mortal Kombat 1 had generic video game graphics, then these old school costumes would not look as good, but because the game has a realistic style to it, these actual human costumes look really good when transferred into the game, and I find that really cool. Oh my goodness, I've spent so much time talking about the new costumes that I haven't mentioned the Ferra gameplay. Here we go. So Ed Boon also posted this on Twitter as well, and as you can see, Farah has her own cameo meter, but also she is riding on Scorpion's back. That's right, everybody who predicted this months ago was correct. You can actually have Farah ride on your back when she's your cameo partner. How awesome is that? Who needs Tor when your character is Tor? It doesn't matter who you playing, you become Tor, and Farah is going to ride you now. Because when Farah wants a piggyback ride, she gets a piggyback ride, okay? When you choose to fight alongside of her, she gets to ride on your back. That's just how it works. But is it just me, or does Farah look a little bit bigger than she was in Mortal Kombat X? I understand that Tor was this big mountain of a man, but even so, Farah looks a bit bigger in this game when she's riding on a regular person's back. So I'm wondering, what if Farah starts off the match smaller, but every time you use her, she gets a little bit bigger, and then by the end of the match, if you use her enough times, she becomes Tor size. She becomes gigantic like in her arcade ladder ending. How sick would that be if you could actually evolve Farah mid-match the more you use her? That would be so sick. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think I'm dreaming way too big here, but how sick would that be? As of right now, we know pretty much nothing about Farah, which means we can only speculate, but that's half the fun, right? I love guessing what the gameplay will be. For example, since Farah is on your back, like you can choose to throw her overhead, which will punish crouching opponents, maybe launch them for a full combo, or you can slide her across the floor for a low mix-up projectile. That would be really sick, and maybe you can even use her as a command grab, just like in Mortal Kombat X. That would be really sick. I definitely do love the idea of a cameo partner that rides on your back, but what happens if the opponent knocks me down? Does that cause Farah to fall off and then reset the cameo bar? What does that do? In fact, can I grab Farah and put her in front of me like a meat shield and just have her take all the hits from the opponent? Can I be evil like that and use Farah as a human shield? That would be pretty funny. Once again, the possibilities are endless because we're speculating here, but no matter what the case may be, Farah's got some big feet. I just gotta mention that. Farah's got some really big feet for somebody that's short, but that could be because she is still growing. Don't forget, one day she's gonna be as big as Tor, so. Anyway, I'm definitely not bringing this up because my buddy told me about it in the messenger. He definitely did not point out this fact to me about Farah's feet. But I digress. One more thing we learned from this screenshot is that sadly, Tor is not going to be in the game. It's only Ferra. Some people were speculating that the term Ferra was an all-encompassing term, right? It said Ferra on the combat pass, sure, but what they actually meant was Ferra Tor. They were just keeping it simple, they were using shorthand. No, it looks like after all, we only get to fight alongside Ferra, which I think is really cool, but fingers crossed that maybe somehow Tor can still show up, or maybe after winning the match for the victory animation, we see Ferra become big like she was in the arcade ending. That would be sick. But one last time, please let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, because like I keep saying in every video, I truly do read each and every comment, so grab that keyboard and make your voices heard. Another day means more Mortal Kombat 1 news. Thanks for watching everyone, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like down below, it helps the channel out a ton. And then finish that combo by subscribing and ringing that bell so you never miss any future videos. Make sure to come back next time, and as always, stay underdogs.